Hi everybody, this is Ellen. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to make the unicorn poop cookies. This will be the full 2 loom version or 5-pin bars. I think these are just adorable. They are actual real cookies. You can Google them. They're just the real cookies are like sugar cookies with brightly colored dough that's all covered in sprinkles and stuff and all wound up into a swirl. So they called them unicorn poop. I'm going to show you how to make these. There's also a 1 loom version available too if you need that. We'll put these over here. First off, you're going to want some bands with buttons or beads on them, or just bands wrapped around. And you're going to need, I did the rainbow color, so 6 colors, and you're going to need 3 bands or 3 of every color with a bead or band wrapped around it, and all the colors except for purple. Purple only has 2. You can adjust the pattern so you have more purple and less red, but that's up to you. It's just the way it worked out with the number of bands that go around. So you'll need, like I said, 3 of every color to have a bead or button pulled through. I'm going to use these little buttons I found. They're super little, but they have a nice big shank on the back for getting a band through, so I thought they were cute. Otherwise, for size comparison, these are 11/0 seed beads, so those are pretty close to what I have on here, right there. These are 5mm pony beads. Those are 7mm, and these are the 9mm that most people see or know about. I do put a little star on the top after the fact. I think I found these at, well, these were at Hancock Fabric, and so were these buttons here. They were favorite findings. I think I've seen them at Joann's too, but I can't remember for sure. But these I think I've seen at Michael's as well, just the glitter stars. If you only have buttons that are plain and you want glitter, you could try covering it with nail polish, throwing some glitter on there, stick some toothpicks in the holes to keep them open, and then once you dry you have a glitter button. So you can try that too. I'm going to try adding a couple of these little stars on this time around. But if you want to do buttons or beads, I just have a piece of craft wire. You can use a lot of different things. But you'll take your band, put it between the wire, and take whatever button you're going to use, or bead, and you'll thread both ends of the wire through your button and just pull it through. And that's all you need to do. 3 of every color except for the purple, only needs 2. If you don't have any beads on hand but you still want to make it, you can just make 3 of every color. So pick a color and then pick a color for what you want the sprinkle to be. So you take a band, wrap it around your hook once, grab both sides, wrap it around again, and you could even maybe go a little tighter, it's up to you, but then just pull the color you need through and make some of those. So you probably want to get those set up ahead of time, so maybe pause the video and get those ready, because we do need them right away for the perimeter, so you'll need those. So once you have all of those, and we have our loom be set up in this configuration, it's like a 3-pin bars this way and this way. It doesn't necessarily have to be, because you can work up here, so if you have any looms that connect side by side, you should still be able to make this. You just move up and use that kind of arrow pattern wherever you can. So I'll show you how I did this with the coloring that I used. Like I said, of course you can change it. That is up to you. But first we're going to start by going up the left side with a half hexagon. We're going to start with orange. So I need all my beads here. That's all of them. So take an orange band, set it down to the left, and then take a sprinkle band and set it right on top of that one. Then another orange band to the left, then another sprinkle band. This one has a star on it. And if you have anything that has a direction to it, like my buttons, they point, they have a direction to them, like a round bead, like these wouldn't matter. But if you have like a button that has a direction, or the star definitely has a direction, you want them to point down, because the top of the cookie is actually going to be on the underside of the design. So then third band, regular, and then another sprinkle band. And now we will switch to red. So a red band up, then a red sprinkle band, another red band, this one's going to the right, and a sprinkle band, and one more red to the right, and then another sprinkle band, like that. So then we'll go up the other side now, and we'll do it yellow. So down here we're going to kind of go around and make that swirl. So a yellow band, and then a yellow sprinkle band, another yellow band, another yellow sprinkle, and one more yellow, and another sprinkle band. So now we'll switch to green. So green one up, then a green sprinkle band, then come in towards the left, another sprinkle. Now this time we're going to come kind of down and to the left with another green. Like that. Then we will switch to blue. Sprinkle band. Another blue. And a down. And the sprinkle band on top. And one more blue. And another sprinkle band. Now purple. And a purple sprinkle band. And another purple. So we just did that little swirl. And then the last sprinkle band. Like that. So we went up the left side in the half hexagon, and then went up the right side in this little swirl. So now we'll do the filler bands, and here's where you can have some more fun too, using glitter bands, bubble bands, tie-dye bands, just anything with a sparkle or to be bright and vibrant. Those are always good for these types of cookies. So we're going to start up here and close the design with a red. Then another red from that pin. Or actually we'll go kind of think of it from our pins around the inside. So from this pin we're going to go out to here and out to here with red. Then from this pin we're going to go here to red, and this can be red or orange. It's kind of up to you, but just kind of how you cross over. But red will go orange, like that. Then from this pin, right here, we're going to go out to these 3 pins in orange. Like that. Then from this pin down here, we're going to go out to these 3 pins. This first one will be orange and these 2 will be yellow. So orange, and then yellow, and yellow. And then from this pin right here, we're going to go out to these 3. So it'll be yellow, yellow, and then green. Yellow, yellow, and green. Then from this pin, right at the end of the swirl, it'll be green, green, and green out to these 3 pins. Like that. Then to this pin, it'll be blue. And now we'll fill up the center here. So straight up is going to be blue. And then we'll work in a counterclockwise. So blue, then blue again, and then we'll fill up the rest with purple. So purple, purple, and purple, like that. So that's my coloring that I chose to do, and of course you can vary it as you want. Now we need an end cap in the center. You can make them whatever colors you want. I usually do the middle one over here purple. You want it pretty tight, so 3 or 4 times around the center. And then to the right, where the swirl ends, you can see my swirl bands here, where that ends, we need another end cap, and you can make that whatever color you want. I've just generally been making them either the purple or the green, but we'll go with purple this time because I like purple. Like that. So once you have this layout and the color or the banding, and you have all the sprinkle bands on the perimeter of the swirl, we can turn this around and loom it. And if you need to pause and, check out the colors or your scheme, that's perfectly fine too. So I know I might have went a little fast for some people with the color changes, so we'll start by looming. We'll go in through the center end cap that we put on. You'll grab the top band, which should come back towards the other end cap, and loop that one over. Then you go in through the end cap again and just continue all the way around the center. Just grab the next band that's on top and loop it back towards itself all the way around. So far I haven't had too much trouble with the bubble bands. I know a lot of people said they break really easily, but I haven't been too bad, but maybe I'm not being aggressive enough with them. So now I'll probably break one as I said that. But so you have the center loomed out. Then you'll come over to the end cap. This to the left now. Go in through the end cap and these two bands that are wrapped around. And you'll grab the top band, which should be a blue one, if you followed my color scheme here, and loop that back towards itself, and then loop out the other green bands that are in that spot. Like that. So now what we're going to do is use the looped out kind of starburst in the center as our end caps all the way around for the outside of the swirl. So you go in through this next one right here and loop out the three bands that are in there. Like that. And go over to the next one and do the same thing. Then the next one. And keep going around. Then when you get to here, you're going through kind of two starburst bands. So go ahead and loom out those two. And then don't forget this last one over here. Like that. So now all the kind of the filling of the cookie is loomed. So now we can loom the perimeter. So we'll start down here, and I don't use an end cap because it's pretty tight with these two bands right there. So come in through here, make sure you grab both the bands, the sprinkle band and that plain band we put on, and loop them over. And just go all the way up to the top of the design right here. Like that. Then you're going to come into this offset end cap, not the middle one, but the other one where the swirl starts, and we're going to loom this all the way around to the top of the point. Make sure you get both bands. Kind of to loom backwards in a couple spots, but all the way around like that. And now if you use jelly bands, they don't make a really good slip knot because they slide out very easily. What I do to kind of fix that is I'll pull the band up through like I'm going to make a slip knot to tie it off. Put both bands on the hook, or both ends. Pull the first one through the second one like you are making a slip knot, but don't pull too tight. Grab the end that's on your hook with your fingers, and then if you stick your hook in between here, but kind of underneath, and get it up, so that you snag that band underneath with your hook. So again, that's kind of sitting like that. Stick your hook in through there, grab that band, and then pull tight with what's on your hook. And that actually makes a really good knot for the jelly bands, and it doesn't slip. So now we can take this off. I'll just use my hook, helps distort it less. And it's double banded, so it's kind of tight. So there's what we have. Looks pretty good, I think. Stars turned out nice. So now, I put the little buttons on top with after the fact, so I'll show you how I did that. And I just pulled a button, or pulled a band through a button, and what I'll do is just kind of find a spot somewhere in here. It doesn't have to be anywhere special, just kind of in the filling bands, not the border where the sprinkles are. Stick my hook underneath a band or two, doesn't really matter a whole lot. Grab one end of the button band, pull it through, and then put the other end of the button band on your hook. So now you have this. And then just do a slip knot. But instead of pulling tight, or I guess you kind of pull tight, but you're going to take what's on your hook and you're just going to wrap it over the button. So now that's secure, and it kind of pops off the top, a little 3D, which I think is kind of cool. So you're just kind of looping it on there. So that's super cute. If you need to stretch it out, if your bands are kind of stuck in there, you might have to fix some of your beads to reposition them in the center of the bands. And then with this tail part, just find a spot underneath the cookie. Stick your hook under and weave it in. Like so. So there you go, an adorable unicorn poop cookie. I think they turn out pretty cute. Glitter's kind of a mess though, but I think they're cute, they're funny, they're quirky, it's kind of weird, but that's just what it reminded me of when I had made the swirly pop design and started doing the different things with it. But if you make any of these, I would love to see them, of course, on my Instagram, which is at Crafting Fantastic, or my Facebook page. The links for those are underneath the video. And of course, if you want to see if I make any other weird things, subscribing to my channel definitely will make it so that you are the first ones to know if I have put out any new designs. As always, if you have any questions about anything that I've done here or made, leave me a comment, or contact me on somewhere, Facebook or Instagram, and I'll see what I can do to help you get it so that you can make all the designs. But I want to thank everybody for watching. I definitely appreciate it, and I will have more tutorials for you soon.